This story is brought to you by tapeatale.com.
I wasn't looking for love when he walked into my life. 6 feet 2 inches tall, skin the color of dark chocolate, and a face that could have belonged on a classical sculpture, a Gandhara sculpture. Yes, he was tall, dark, and handsome, but it was his kindness that got me. The kindness in his eyes and his words and his smile that I couldn't resist any more than I could have asked the earth to stop spinning for just one moment so I could catch my breath. I was 46 and he 28. He had grown up in this rambling old home in Benares, could trace his lineage back to one of our glorious royal dynasties, had studied in one of the best military academies in the country and gone on to work as a corporate slave for a few years before giving it all up to follow his passion, the education of street children. Come, partner with me, he said. And I did, drawing in my friends from the world of theatre to sing and dance and perform for us, and we delighted in the laughter of the children whose lives that we had touched. He called me his moonchild, and he wrote poetry for me, drenched with so much longing of the kind that Naipaul once said only women were capable of expressing. I wasn't looking for touch, and now I was looking for ways to dispose of torn scraps of lace without my maids finding out and coming home to tissue wrap boxes with their replacements and every color and style every lingerie store in the city had in stock. Why me? I would ask sometimes when I felt a little insecure about myself, when I thought maybe my breast didn't sit as high on my chest as I would have liked, or my stomach, marked by my children, was not as firm or flat as a 26-year-old's. Because, he said, every time I look at you, there's that one word that comes to my mind: home. He would lie on the sofa, feet in my lap, and he'd say, one day I'm going to tell my grandchildren that once upon a time I had a girlfriend who gave the most amazing foot massages in the world. And I would laugh and I would say, and one day I'm going to tell my grandchildren that one day God looked down on me and thought, this woman has had enough of hard times in her life, and he sent down his most precious angel to shower me with the kind of love that I didn't even believe could exist. He was my lover, he was my friend, he was my parent, my child. He loved me without condition and he listened to me without judgment. Even when we slept on different corners of the same bed, he would reach out so at least our fingertips touched. When I came home tired from work, feet aching and swollen, he would rub them till I fell asleep. He nursed me when I was ill. He sat in the audience when I told my stories. And he held me when the stories that others told made me cry. We didn't discuss marriage. No, I wasn't going there again. We didn't talk about moving in together. We didn't even take our holidays together. We had family to go back to, and we were not going to put that kind of pressure on each other. But it was good. And we lived like this for 2 years. It was Nityam, Anandam, bliss every day. It was like we had our own little bubble where it was just the two of us, and there was room in it only for love and laughter and the most tender of moments. It was magic. But even magic doesn't last forever, does it? It was the night of the cancer benefit ball, and I was wearing his favorite sari, black, sheer, embroidered with little sequin, zari flowers that he said made me look like I was wrapped in a starlit sky. That evening, I didn't dance. I chose instead to sit at a table at the edge of the room and watch the beautiful people of the city go by and eavesdrop and gossip about who was now with whom, and the names were always changing. Finally, enough money had been made from the auction of beautiful art. All the champagne had been drunk, and the evening was drawing to a close when this beautiful girl sitting at the table next to me, I'm sure she had a drink or two too many. She let her tears fall as she talked about her husband, and she wondered who had the love that was so rightfully hers. I left the city the next day. I went back to where I came from. I went back to that place where I could see the stars without them being obscured by smog. I went back to that place where I could hear the voice of my conscience without it being drowned out by the blare of city traffic. You see, I hadn't planned on falling in love, but I did. And in doing so, I forgot that when you lie with a man, the hardest thing to wash off your skin is the salt of a woman's tears, his wife's tears.